Hey there, Titans! Welcome back to another Titan Academy video. In today's video, we will learn how to configure access control for our Titan web project. This will allow us to limit access to certain elements, pages, and Salesforce configurations based off of the logged in user. So as you can see, I have a project set up here. The project has two pages. The first is the contact details page, where the contact can view their details and update them. And in addition can click on Create New Contact to open a modal where they can create a new contact. The second page is our account details page. Here, they can view a list of all contacts under the account, and they can update the account name. Over in Salesforce, I have a field called Account Role. Now this field can hold two values, either regular contact or account manager. I want to make it so that a regular contact can only view and interact with these four fields and with this button, and they won't be able to interact with a Create New Contact button or see the account details page. Let's head over to our project settings, user access, and we need to enable access control. Over here, you see we have two roles set up by default. The first one is the guest user. This applies to any person who is not logged into your project. Next, we have the fallback role. The fallback role is assigned to anyone who does not automatically get a role from the rule. So let's say if this was blank, this user would get the fallback role. So what we want to do is we want to create two new roles. The first one will be our regular contact, and the second one will be an account manager. So let's head over to regular contact and let's take a look at the options we have here on the left. So firstly, we have some project-wide settings. We have our header, where we can view different elements inside and hide or show them. We have our modal. We have variables, where we can go ahead and change some variables, make it so they can't use certain variables. And we have Salesforce's pushes and gets. So for our regular contact, let's start by making it so they can't access our modal. So when I click on modal, I can select hidden, and they won't be able to use the modal. Next, let's go to the account details page. And what we want to do is we want to disallow page access. Finally, under the contact details page, what we want to do is we want to find our button, create new contact over here, and instead of hiding it, let's make it disabled so they actually can't click it. Over under the account manager, we actually want them to have access to everything, but let's go ahead and make it so they can't view the form to update their own details. They will be able to do that through the account management page. So now that I have my role set up, let's hit apply. What we actually have to do is we have to assign that role from my Salesforce field into the access profile variable. So if we head over to Tools, Custom Variables, you'll see when I enabled access control, we got this system-defined variable called access profile. What we need to do is we need to populate it. So again, let's go to User Access, SmartV, and on the last step, Parameters, we now have access control enabled, and what we can do is we can select our Salesforce field. So in my case, this is going to be Account Role. So let's hit Generate SmartV Login, and if we save and preview this project, let's start by logging in as a regular contact. So as you can see, as a regular contact, I can view and update my own information, but I can't click on Create New Contact. And if I head over to Account Details, I'm forbidden. I cannot access it. Let's now log out, and let's sign in as an account manager. So as an account manager, we can see I hid the option to view this form. I can create a new contact by clicking on this button. If I head over to account details, I can view a list of all accounts, and I can update my account name and everything. One thing I did notice, let's just head over back to the regular contact again. I did notice that while we can't access the account details page, we can still see it up here. So let's do one last thing. Let's head over back to access control. Let's go to a regular contact. Let's go to the header, and let's hide the option to view the account details page. So now, if we save and refresh our page, you can see that option is now hidden to the end user. And that's how it's done.